But as we look at the Obama officials that are here, remember when we had Treasury Secretary Tim Geithner? I remember when he was complaining about all the people who are predatory lenders and so forth. He lobbied against capping $165 million in executive bonuses at AIG while it was taking TARP money. And he is now the president of New York's Warburg Pincus. It's a private equity firm. They own a predatory lender called Mariner Finance. This is a story from the Washington Post. Well, what this is, we call them a predatory lender. What does that mean? Well, let me define for you what a predatory lender does. They raised $550 million through bond sales last year. Now, when they get their money through bond sales, they are picking up money for about 4 or 5%. What do they lend it out at? 36%. Except in some places where there are some state laws still on the books against usury rates. But that's not the case typically. We used to have usury laws that defined it as loan sharking. Only the mafia would do this type of stuff, charging people 20, 30%, sometimes more on some of these credit cards. And we said, that's criminal. People can never get out of debt with that. It's a common theme with a lot of movies from the 50s, 60s, 70s. You see somebody get into gambling debts with the mob charges them 20, 30%, maybe more. They can never get out of debt. Then they wind up getting their legs broken or worse from the mafia, destroying their lives. And only organized crime would do that, except that now we have the banksters, and they are the most organized criminals in the world. As we had inflation run away under Jimmy Carter, they said, well, everything is really high now. We're charging. I remember when our first home, right after I graduated. We went to Houston, my wife and I. We had a 13% fixed loan. 13% fixed loan. And so they said, we're going to take away the usury laws. The sky is the limit. And they have never put them back on. Throughout all the years of the Obama administration, where they were charging 0% interest to the big banks, they were still charging massive amounts of money. What's your return when you're getting your money for 0%? To infinity and beyond. You divide by 0, you get an infinite number, right? I don't know how you calculate the return on investment when you have no cost and you get to loan it out. It's just free money to these people. So what is Timothy Geithner's predatory lender doing? Well, here's an example. One guy gets a check in the mail, check out of the blue. Here's a check for you. You need some money? Just cash this check, take it to the bank. And he looks at the fine print. It says it's going to be 33%. And he goes, oh, no, I'm not going to do that. Then he got into trouble. His 2005 Chevy pickup was in the shop. He didn't have enough money to pay for the repairs. He needed the truck to get to work, to get the kids to school. So this 56-year-old heavy equipment operator in Nashville pulled out the check in April of last year and cashed it. Within a year, Timothy Geithner's firm, Mariner Finance, sued him for $3,221.27, including the original $1,200 plus an additional $800 that a company representative later persuaded him to take, plus hundreds of dollars in processing fees, insurance, other items, plus interest. It didn't matter that he had already made a few payments. They're just going to accelerate. He said, I would have been cheaper for me to go out and get money from the mob. Probably would have. As one former manager trainee who used to work there said, and this is the takeaway, folks, it's basically a way of monetizing poor people. It's theft. It's abuse of poor people. This is why Jesus Christ beat these people at the temple. Only time he ever got violent with people like this. People like Geithner. Nothing makes me madder than to see these types of greedy bankers. Where are the people on either side? The Democrats who say they want to stand up for the poor people. This is a Democrat with the Obama administration. Where are the people like Chucky Schumer? Oh, that's right. He works for the bankers, pushing this stuff through. Where are all these people talking about how they're going to stand up for the poor? No, you won't find them doing anything. You're certainly not going to find it in the Republican Party. They're not going to call these people in. They're not going to put back into place usury laws to protect us from exploitation and theft. These people are mobsters.
This 4th of July is special. Everybody can see it. They can feel it. The globalists are attempting to kill a worldwide awakening to their tyranny. And America, yet again, is at the heart of the resistance to the globalist. That's why this 4th of July, I'm asking all of our great supporters to think about InfoWars now more than ever. And what would the world be like if InfoWars wasn't there resisting the globalist? What would have happened if you hadn't supported InfoWars? We would not be having the victories we have today. So yes, a lot of good things are happening, but the enemy is striking back. So please, think about InfoWars and funding our operation while you get great products at the same time on this 4th of July that's so historic. We have record sales going on right now, free shipping on hundreds of different items. More than 20 items are 50% off, like Brain Force Plus, X2 is 40% off, Knockout Sleep Aid, $17.76, Silver Bullets, $9.95 colloidal silver, and free shipping. You can't beat that. This 4th of July is special, and our sales are special to match it. InfoWarsStore.com.